Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Thursday Night Football on EA Sports. Coming up next, we've got what should be a good one between the Denver Broncos and the Oakland Raiders. I'll see you again at halftime as we preview some of the action coming up on Sunday. But for now, it's Thursday Night Football. And on the call, as always, it's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
This is the NFL on EA Sports as we welcome you from the East Bay and Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Oakland Raiders. Hi again, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And, Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Broncos, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that 2nd win in a row.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep, and no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that tells me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A bad start there, a big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's 2nd down. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. The offensive starters now for the Broncos.
And the play of this offensive line is going to be so important in this game because we saw the sack a minute or so ago. They've got to be able to give their guy time to throw. That means communication and being physical is vital. Otherwise, this could be a long game.
This one complete to the running back, Lindsay. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Shotgun now for Carr. And this one's incomplete. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down. A look now at the Oakland offense.
And this certainly doesn't seem like an ideal situation for them because they're coming in on a losing streak, and they've got the quick turnaround right here to Thursday night. But maybe that's for the best. Get right back on the horse and go at it again and not dwell on the losing that they've had in recent weeks.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Let's go, D. Check 9, check 9.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Ronald Blair on the stop. A look now at the starters defensively for the Broncos. Into this game, they're ranked number 22 in the NFL against the pass, Charles.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make, because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll early. Chip away at their timing.
Hey, we're good. 180. Hey, let's get there.
On second down now, it's Warren. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. It was Maurice Hurst who got him down. A look now at our starting defense. They've been dreadful against the run. No getting around at number 32, dead last in the NFL.
They have tried all season long to fix all the things that they need to in the running game, and they have been successful so far. I'm wondering if this is a time to just sell out. Make sure you have 8 in the box every time and bring a 9th and sometimes even a 10th to try and stop them from running the ball.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? Give me some.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he's got the first down here and then some, but a penalty flag down. This could very well be coming back. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And it's second down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Second and long. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. He'll look to throw. Open man here is Hamilton.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. And, you know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
On first down, Carr. And he rifles one incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, his intended target. And that'll bring up second down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up second and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
Muhammad Wilkerson elevated a tempo program that was looking for players like him. and he's carried that on into the NFL. What a terrific play there.
Yeah, a nice tackle for loss for the former Temple Owl, as you said, and the 30th pick in the 2011 draft. It's a gain of 9 yards, and it'll be 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
Let's go.
Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for, is that word that some people don't want to hear.
And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags, and I believe this is going to be a first down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Looking to throw. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. Pretty darn good, as you see right there on your screen.
I'll echo that. Darn good. 2 touchdowns, right? And the ability to be in sync with each other, right? To understand that he's going to be where the quarterback expects him to be when the ball's thrown.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. He'll drop to throw, and that is incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
It's complete to Williams. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. 2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll try the draw. Lindsey. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves them with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
Right there. 54 Mike. Watch the run.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete.
Let's go.
His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Taylor.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. They're going to look to throw. Going up top. And that will be incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the third time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
On second down, here's Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down.
They cannot hold us down.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. On play action, it's Carr. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Second quarter from Oakland, the homestanding Raiders with the football here. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Taylor now returning it. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 7 yards there and a 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. Taylor, just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
4 down. Check.
On 2nd down, it's Lindsey. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st. They'll set up to throw. He'll find Lindsey here. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will remain a scoreless game. Charles, 54 yards. I'm surprised that came up short.
I would agree with that one because normally, if he misses, it's accuracy, not length, because he has plenty of leg for that. But maybe it's like I hit my golf shot, maybe it's like my wedge. When you chili dip and you hit the ground ahead of it, sometimes that'll shorten your distance as well.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Carr, he'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Ronald Blair able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
And absolutely zero surprise that one was incomplete, huh? I mean, truthfully, how many OCs have we seen put 3rd and 20 on their play sheet and go, oh, I've got the exact play to dial up?
Now, that's just a head-scratching down when you're facing a 3rd and 20. Tried to complete it, couldn't get it done.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. On 1st down, Taylor. And a healthy gain of 8 here. They double their workspace out to the 16. On 2nd down now, it's Lindsey. And he's got some space here. And he'll be out right at the 35. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
Roughing the passer, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Now a carry for Lindsey. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Got a man. He finds Sanders.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Here's a give to Lindsey running right. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try and run it in with Janovich, the fullback. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
The end result was brute force on brute force. But think about everything that's going on if you're playing defensive tackle. You're dealing with at least one blocker across from you, trying to deal with him, shed him, and maybe even a second one before you have to try and make the tackle on the big guy.
Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
It's an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it, and I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now Derek Carr. He is the focus of our player spotlight. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. On 2nd down, It's Warren up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They run the counter. Warren, and he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Great coverage there, holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. 2nd and 2. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at the 20. And he'll give it here to his running back. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Carr. He's got his man. That's Josh Gordon. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. They'll run on 1st down. It's Warren. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Carr. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far here in the 2nd quarter. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
A pass there complete to Sutton. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down.
60 Pittsburgh. 59 Mike. Check. 59. Here we go.
He'll look to throw. He dumps it underneath for Taylor. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Here's a 2nd and 7. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And Sanders has got it complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
Foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So that one will be accepted. So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. They'll look to throw again. And he's got it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this 1st half. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Lindsey. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a gain of a yard in what all likelihood will be the final play of the 1st half. This defense continues to be good on 3rd down. I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown offensively. Are you saying, let's go for this, let's try to get it in the end zone?
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't give up the big play that you would expect in downs 1 through 3. Why should 4th down be any different? True. You might want to go ahead and kick the field goal and see if you can figure out something else as this game moves on.
Good matchups all up and down the schedule there. We'll highlight the one in Cincinnati. A big test coming up for the Bengals as they'll take on the visiting Baltimore Ravens. Out on the West Coast, more good stuff in the late afternoon as we'll be watching the one down in Carson, where it'll be the Chargers taking on the New York Jets. And lastly, Sunday Night Football has a good one lined up between the New Orleans Saints and the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, in our game, not much happening on the scoreboard, just a lone field goal in that 1st half. For the call of the 2nd half, maybe we can get a touchdown, fellas. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this 2nd half. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And he connects with Ebron. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over.
To throw again. Carr. It's complete to Williams. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Now Carr again. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. 3rd and 4, he did just enough, and I mean just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And a big face mask penalty here, 15 yards.
You never want to get your hands up in the face mask area because your fingers can get tangled up there, and that can hurt you as a player.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense, 1st and 10. Again, it's Carr. And it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Gordon, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead.
Partner, remember that old film of Peyton Manning going through the route tree with his great receivers in Indianapolis? I think we're seeing the results of the same type of work here today. These guys know each other so well, they don't even have to call the play. They can just look each other and know the route that's going to be run, and usually the connection is perfect.
Bailey got the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. That time a 6-play drive, and it ends with an Oakland touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
25 yards that time.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory. Down at the 33. A run with Lindsey out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
5 yards on the pickup, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And Thomas has it. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. And the 13-year man puts it through, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Prater now will send it away following the made field goal. This one taken from the 7. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. On 1st down, Warren. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. They'll run it now out of the gun. Now this will go for 5 up to the 33. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Play action. Now it's Carr. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. The Broncos say they have it. They do. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Ready. Mike's 5-4. You don't see me in your nightmare.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
They'll run here with Lindsey. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
Face mask penalty, and Charles, you were a defender. You know sometimes in the heat of the moment, it's hard to keep your hands away from that face mask.
Sometimes you just get out of position as a defender when you're trying to make a tackle, so you end up flailing away, and your hand gets into the wrong spot.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and goal. One more time with Lindsey. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal. They're going to look to throw. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. The big man, P.J. Hall, had the path to the QB there.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. 3rd and goal, backs against the wall, and they get a monster sack, and now they're going to force them into a field goal. For them, that's a win.
So on is Matt Prater now to try a field goal here. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. All 9 points for them coming via the field goal, and this last one puts them out in front.
All the field goals are great, But you know I'm going to get pessimistic here, right? Because you've got to score touchdowns to win games in the NFL. I just wonder if all these field goals, great now, I wonder if they'll come back and haunt them later on.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Broncos to take over on offense. They were winners a week ago over the Bucs. They lead here as well as they come up on 1st down. Now it's Lindsey, and he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Another run by Lindsey, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. They'll set up to throw. He finds Taylor, complete. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. And now Oakland ready to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Back now in the East Bay. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. To throw his Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Throwing now is Carr. Gets it to Gordon. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A gain there of 21 yards. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it.
Oh, no, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. To throw, it's Carr. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. From the gun, it's Carr. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
I know you felt that one.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This for a 4th quarter lead. And Bailey able to knock it through. And they take the lead here by a point, 10-9. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He'll find Lindsey here.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that's complete to Sanders. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play. Now back to throw. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Screen pass to Lindsey. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's 4th. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Derek Carr and the Raiders set for their next possession. He's been pretty good when he's had time. The issue is, as we see here, a lot of times he hasn't had the time.
And a lot of that in getting past it is attitude. How's he projecting? Is he showing that the other team is getting to him? Is he showing his guys up front that he's upset, that he's angry, or is he still encouraging? Because those guys, they've got to find a way to pick it up, and it always happens a little bit better if they feel like their quarterback's on their side.
So far, 5 sacks against him. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Carr will try it again on second down. And he fires one incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. Carr now on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
Let's go!
Now, if you're a fan of punting, this game's for you. He's been out there quite a bit. That one, maybe his best yet.
Yeah, he certainly got his leg loose by now. It kind of reminds me of my college football coach, John Majors. He loved the punting game because he liked the positioning, the field position, and he loved to play defense.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Coming after you.
They'll run. It's Lindsey. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Derek Carr getting set and ready to go again on offense here. And those numbers, they kind of tell the story of his game so far. Started off not so hot. Now he's really heated up.
And remember, he signed up for duty as the guy who leads the team, right? The field general, the signal caller. So when things go rocky early, he can't just exit out and ask someone else to pick things up. He's got to do it himself, and that's what he's done here in this game.
We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. They'll run on first down. It's Warren, and he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Carr now on first down. His throw incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. He will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Throwing on first down is Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ronald Blair in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
47.
Carr. And his throw is incomplete. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. On play action, it's Carr. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw on that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
On play action, they'll throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
That's how we do it.
So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
On first down, it's Lindsey. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll go again with Lindsey. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot, but they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Fielded at the 20. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time,
they practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long. Now Carr. The open man here, Renfro. And they work this well upfield across the 45. He's back to throw. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. 10 seconds to go. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Broncos, it's a win they needed, if for nothing else in their sanity, as they move to 4 and 6. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for Oakland, they're going the wrong way, as this will drop them to 3 and 7 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis.